this Foreign Film Friday, we're continuing the theme of Japanimation June, and I will be reviewing Akira by Katsuhiro Otomo. Akira is a really interesting film in that it's very influential for an animated film, especially one from Japan. Tons of different artists and other people credit their interest in anime to have started with Akira. And it was a perfect gateway in the 90s for tons of people to get an interest in such a different and unique style to the animated genre. It also helps that Mr. Otomo is a Japanese manga artist, which definitely helps tons of his vision putting it on screen. And that's my first point I'd like to get to with Akira. I think it's very much a visionary spectacle more than it's a top tier film. And what I'm talking about is the overall feel and tone and setting of Akira works so well to create such a captivating atmosphere that just draws everyone in, even if they haven't been exposed to anime before. The story is also a mystery which helps people gravitate towards it as it's going on. I don't like to throw this term around a lot, but I definitely group Akira into bro film culture in that if someone was just like, hey, I just want an awesome movie, this is where I would turn them to. It's definitely one of the most famous anime films, and it helped expose the US to that Japanese style of animation. I remember sitting on the couch with a couple of my friends as we checked what was on Toonami and saw Akira, this movie I'd never heard of, and it was absolutely bonkers. The scene we got to was a children's room scene that's basically a nightmare, which was super scary off the bat, and I assume that's how the whole movie was. Thankfully, I eventually watched the whole thing, and I was pretty much hooked. It's a pretty general story that I think a ton of people can get behind. There's amazing visuals, mood, setting, just everything you want to sort of set that atmosphere similar to Blade Runner. Additionally, the score works really well to create tension and this overall sense of dread that's looming in the distance. This, coupled with the opening at the very beginning, emphasizes that sort of inevitability of the conclusion, which makes for a really interesting watch all the way through, especially on rewatches. If for whatever reason you haven't checked out Akira yet, especially if you haven't seen any anime, definitely check this one out. I said that Your Name was very accessible. This is probably the most accessible anime movie there is.
You've been telling me what to do since we were kids. You always treat me like a kid. You always show up and start bossing me around, and don't you deny it!
And now you're a boss, too. Of this pile of rubble.
Kaneda!
That's Mr. Kaneda to you, punk!
That's been another week of Foreign Film Friday. Tune in the next couple 2 weeks where we talk more Japanimation June. So stay tuned for things like Satoshi Kon, Marumo Husada, Studio Ghibli, or any of those. That concludes this episode. Thanks for watching.